Can we see me? Can we see me? Okay, so we're gonna do an unboxing. Not really an unboxing. We're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna open my bouquet that my sister made me for graduation. It's so cute. Like, look at, I'm just in love. Like, literally so cute. I don't even know where to start. It's crumbling. But that's what she looks like now. So I have no idea how to even get this stuff off here. That's one. So cute. I need to, oh my god, and I literally, we just bought these vases last month from Walmart. They're like $5 and they're like rainbow vases, happy pride month, and these will be so cute in there. Bob said I need to get my room together, but anyways, that's besides the point. So we get the flowers. Yay. They're so cute. These are beautiful. Like all of these. And I love fake flowers because I don't have to water them. The little knitted ones, like, adorable. I'm obsessed. It's gonna go so cute in my vase. It's gonna be so cute. Okay. Look. Yeah. Show me some Funko Pops. Two that I've been really wanting. So cute. Those are gonna go beautiful in my room. I honestly have enough Funko Pops, but that's not gonna stop me from wanting more. So, yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna be back. Finally finished getting all those out of the wrapping. These are so cute. Oh my gosh. So I think I'm gonna do like a little book haul of all the books that I've gotten recently. So let me grab the other ones. And so gorgeous. Honestly, need to take a picture of this. Okay, so let's just start with this one. Okay, so my dad got me this one for graduation as well. I've been wanting to read this for the longest time. I actually started it like, I don't even know how long ago I started it though, but then I stopped reading because it's like, okay, I'm gonna read it like at a later time. But now I can completely read the full thing. I'm so excited. Like, a little bit that I did read of it, I was already enjoying it. So yeah, I'm really excited. I love Jeanette McCurdy. I've been, I don't want to say stalking, but like I don't know, like I like to check in on like certain celebrities that I know haven't been doing what I know them for. Like, if like she was an actress and I haven't seen her in anything I hadn't seen her in anything like recently, so like, okay, well, let me, you know, see what's been going on with her. So yeah, I've always loved her since freaking iCarly. I think she's such an amazing person, and I'm really excited to read her book. So yeah, I hope she comes out with more, honestly, because from the little bit that I did read, I really love like her writing style and just, yeah. Anyways, so next we have King of Sloth, which I'm so excited to read this book. So I bought this at Target like literally a couple days ago. I went to Target because I wanted to buy an Owala water bottle, but they didn't have the one that I wanted, even though they said it was in stock. So Target, count your days. But anyways, I did go to the book section, and I was looking at like all the books. They had like a whole King of Sins. They had like all the books except this one. They had all three except this one, the fourth one that just came out this year. And then we were going up to like check out because my mom has some items. She was gonna go check those out, and I saw this and I was like, oh well, I guess I am getting something today, because I just had to. It was 20% off. I got it for like $14, I think. So yeah, I just had to buy it. I've already read the other three books in the King of Sin series, but this is the only one that I own. This is my first Anna Huang book that I own. So yeah, but I love the King of Sin series. I read the first book in the Twisted series, and I mean I liked it, but I didn't like love it. So yeah, the King of Sin series is my my series that I like from her. I love this series so much. It's really, really good, and I can't wait to get into King of Sloth, because I think this is gonna be a 5 stars. Like, I'm predicting it's gonna be a 5-star book for me. So yeah. So next we have Grimstone by Sophie Lark. I love Sophie Lark. I just love her writing. I love the art in her books. I love that she adds music. Like, I love everything about her books. They are so good. They are so good. If you haven't read a Sophie Lark book, if you want to get into dark romance, 10 out of 10 would recommend. This one is a dark romance. As you can see, I've already been reading it. I started it last night, and I'm like 100 and something pages in, 160 pages in. I've been eating it up. Okay, I love her books. I've read 3 books by her. I read Brutal Prince in the, I can never remember what it's called, but those 2 were like the 2 of the best books I've read this year. There's No Devil, and the you know, if you know, you know. Okay, I'm gonna put them up on the screen. But I loved those books. They were so good. This one is so good so far, and there's supposed to be a second. I believe this one is a duet as well. So the second book, Monarch, is coming out later this year, and I will be buying that once it is out, because I have to. I've been enjoying this a lot. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight. So yeah, I feel like this is a book that you should read at nighttime. Like, it just hits different. It just hits different. Okay. Next we have Ali Hazelwood, of course. If you don't already know, I'm an Ali Hazelwood stan. I have every single one of her books besides the novellas. They're all at the bottom, so you can't see them on my cart, but I own every single one of her books. I got these 2. I got both of these, Bride and Not in Love, while I was on vacay in California. So I literally just read these like this week. Yeah. I read Bride first, and then I read Not in Love, just because I wanted to read it by like release date, in order of release date. But this is my favorite STEM book from her. I am obsessed with this book. It made me cry at the very end. just talking about it is making me tear up right now. I connected so much to the characters in this book. I just loved it so much. Allie Hazelwood, she eats every single time. I don't care. I may be biased because she's really like my favorite romance author, but I loved this book. I love every single one of her books, but this one really hit a place in my heart. I don't know, but I 10 out of 10 recommend. I recommend all of Allie Hazelwood's book. Please read all of her books, okay? Like, they're amazing. And of course, Bride. I love a good paranormal romance, and when she announced that she was coming out with a paranormal romance, I literally freaked out. And I'm so happy to finally own this book and have read this book. It is so good. It is exactly, like, I feel like there's not enough good paranormal romance books, and this was like everything. So please read this book. Please read this book. I've been literally wanting a romance between a werewolf and a vampire. Like, it's always vampire. It's always werewolf. A witch with a vampire, or a witch with the werewolf, or whatever. But I've been wanting a werewolf and a vampire so badly because I was robbed of that from Twilight. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I am Team Jacob. That's all you need to know. But yeah, this book was amazing. It's exactly what I've been wanting and craving, and yeah, I loved it so much. So she just ate. So anyways, next we have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I love the Lucy Score book. I've only read like 2 books from her. I read this one, and I've read By a Thread. And I think a lot of people can't really get into her books because they're so long and they kind of get bored with them. But for me personally, I actually really love like her books. I stay entertained the entire time, even with like how long her books are, and that's honestly a huge thing, because for me, if I'm gonna sit down and read a book that is over 400 pages, it needs to be good. It needs to keep me entertained the entire time. I'm not even going to pick up a book that I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy. If it's that long, like, I'm just not gonna do it to myself. But this was so good, and I read this online, so and I knew nothing about it. I like to go into books like very blind, don't like to know anything that happens in the book. I just don't. So I had no idea, like, it was as long as it was, and I had no idea like what the book was about, anything like that. So when I was reading it, I was just getting lost in the book, and I didn't even realize like how long it was until after I finished it. So yeah, I feel like you just get so just attached to all the characters like in her books, and you get so lost in the story, and it's so amazing. Like, I love her writing so much. She just writes romance so good, and she writes her characters so good. She makes them so lovable, and yeah, 10 out of 10. I would recommend you read a Lucy Score book as well. But yeah, I'm so excited to finally own one of her books, especially one from the Knock 'Em Out series. I want to buy and read the other 2 because I haven't yet. But yeah, very excited. We're on to the second to last book, Autobiography. I'm so excited to read this book. I love a good Christina Lauren. I've read, I think, 2 books from them. I've read The Unhoneymooners, and I've read True Love Experiment. Is True Love Experiment the first book or the second book? I don't know. I've read the first one from that series, and yeah, I want to get into more of their books. I feel like I've read more than that. Have I? I don't know, but I want to get into more other books. When I saw that they had a boy, that's not what you call it. I'm gonna call it a BL because that's what I'm just used to. I read so many BL mangas and like webtoons and webcomics, and I've been like just now this year getting into like the novels, like the BL novels and stuff, and the just like the queer novels and all of that. So I'm really excited to read this. I want to get to it this month because it's Pride Month and just makes sense to read this in Pride Month. But yeah, this is just, I'm really excited. I love a good Christina Lauren book. They also, I'm trying to get tape off the back. They also, I really love their writing, and when I found out that it's two of them, I was like, I don't even understand how that works, but I love it so much. It's just like two minds coming together to create just beautiful stories. So yeah, I can't wait to read this. Hopefully I get to it this month. I already have a lot on my plate, so we'll see. And then last but not least, we have Throne of Glass. I'm a little scared to be starting this book because it's such a long series. Like there's so many books. I've been wanting to read ACOTAR for the longest time, and I thought I was gonna get ACOTAR before I got Throne of Glass, but I guess we're starting with Throne of Glass because I have Throne of Glass now. So yeah, I'm still very excited to get, this is my first Sarah J Maas book ever. I haven't read any of her books, but I'm excited to get into the series. I think it's gonna be really fun. I love the fantasy books, and I never was really into fantasy books until like last year. I started getting into fantasy books because I was influenced, and I'm glad that I was, because the fantasy books have been 10 out of 10, like so good. Love them. But yeah, that's all the books that I've gotten within like from May to now. So yeah, these are my most recent purchases / gifts. Yeah. All of this stuff, like okay, so I came down to the kitchen because I'm hungry and I want to make me something to eat. I don't know what I'm gonna make because we really have nothing, but I'm gonna figure something out. The building of this bed is literally, I don't even know. IKEA, this bed is from IKEA, by the way. They literally have nothing labeled, so it's kind of hard to tell what piece is what. And now I don't even know what's going on. We're stuck. We're stuck. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing because they're so good. Really need to order groceries. Anyways, let's go see what's going on upstairs. No. It don't matter anyway, not like it's organized.
It do matter. You just gotta put the right screws.
I know that, but it's not like it's organized in the bag. Okay, so I ordered my iPad case as well as screen protector. So it's time to finally officially unbox it, because I kind of did already unbox it, but like not really. So let's unbox it. It's actually so beautiful. Gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, in the light it low-key kind of looks more purple than it does blue, but okay. Have a box in the corner, the cable, and that's what's in there. Now let's get into the screen protector, which hopefully, I'm pretty sure this is a very cheap one, but hopefully it does what it needs to do. I wanted one that like gives that paper effect without getting like the extra one, because that one's like $40. Because I'm gonna be using this to take notes in college, so I mean I'm gonna be using it for other things, but that's one of the main things. So yeah. Oh, directions. Okay. Oh, okay. I was hoping it would come with all that, but I wasn't sure. So let's look at the directions. So okay, so clean the entire screen thoroughly with the cleaning wipe. Hold on. Stop. Okay. I hope that's good. I'm gonna try to get all the bubbles out of here, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I did not get all the bubbles out, but I'm actually so sick of trying to get all of them out. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on. I'm just gonna have to put a whole new like thing on here because I feel like I just didn't put it on right. It's just literally lifting up. Well, here she is. This is so cute. I love the case. The case is so cute. Like literally. I'm probably gonna just end up ordering a whole new screen protector because but my iPad. This is exciting. Okay. Yay! Hold up your iPad to the camera. It is 11:44 right now. Well, not just, but like I finished Grimstone, and let me tell you, please read this book. Please read this book, okay? This is so good. This was literally, I think I might like this more than There's No Devil. Is that what the book is called? Let me find out, because this is really embarrassing that I love those books as much as I did, and I still can't remember the title exactly for either of them. Like, I don't know why that is, but okay. There's No Devil and There's No Saints. Is that what it is? There Are No Saints and There Is No Devil. So I've read four Sophie Lark books. Number 1 is definitely There Are No Saints. Number 2, Grimstone. Then it would be There's No Devil, and then it would be Brutal Prince. Is that what that book is called? Yeah, that is like my favorite to least favorite of those books. I just rated Grimstone a 5 stars because this was amazing. Yeah, if you read dark romance, if you want to start dark romance, 10 out of 10 would recommend this book. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I can't stop thinking about what happened. It's just, yeah, read this book. Just read this book, okay? Trust me.